Good evening, everyone. This compass does not point north, so it must be safe to assume that it is broken. And for a while, I thought that it also meant that it was useless. But that's before I realized something uncomfortable. I thought to myself, what if this compass was not actually broken? What if our society has just decided that north was the only direction that matters? We all grew up learning what North looks like. North is a good grades. North is the right school. And North is the right career. That's a timeline that looks impressive from the outside. Schools reward North. Societies measure North and build systems around North. North is what we celebrate, and North is what we post online. And if you don't head there fast enough, then you're told that you're falling behind. And personally, as a teenager, I feel this pressure constantly. People around me seem to know exactly where they're headed. Doctors, engineers, or lawyers, clear paths and clear endings. But I don't know. But what I do know is I want my life to mean more than just simply following instructions correctly. I want purpose, not just progress, meaning, not just motion. So, what exactly do I mean by that? Well, allow me to tell you the story about two merchants. Both of them have small shops. Both of them sell the same goods. And from the outside, their lives might look pretty much identical. But there is one key difference. One merchant lives alone. His routine is pretty simple. He wakes up, opens his shop, sells a few goods, and calls it a day. His life is comfortable. The other merchant has a family to take care of at home. So, his actions carry more weight than just himself. His work is not just about today, it's about tomorrow. It's about giving his children a better life. One day, both of them are presented with the same opportunity to travel to a larger, distant markets where they'll be able to sell more and earn more. But the journey is long, it's tedious, and it's risky. The first merchant hesitates at this offer, not because he can't go or not because he doesn't like money, but simply because he doesn't need to go. His purpose is comfort, and comfort has a strong gravity that pulls us to stay exactly where we are. But the second merchant, he doesn't see this journey as suffering. He sees it as responsibility because his purpose is bigger than himself. He sees his journey as a greater good. And that's the lesson I want you to take out of this. Opportunity does not move people, but purpose does. Purpose is a compass of human motivation. It doesn't always point north, it points towards what matters the most. But now, here's a problem there's no box for what truly matters to me on the form. It's simply find a job, earn money, and live comfortably. So, when my compass doesn't point north, I feel like something must be wrong with me. But what if our system is actually what's outdated? We're preparing young people for a future that does not exist anymore, using directions that are designed for the past. Just think about it. Jobs that did not exist 10 years ago now shape the global economy. AI is rewriting what work even means, and people think that it's going to take over some jobs pretty soon. Climate uncertainty is forcing us to rethink growth, speed, and success. So, we tell young people to be creative, but then we tell them, but not like that when they're creative in a wrong way. So now, let's go back to the compass. This compass does not point north. It points to another direction every single time. And at first, that is terrifying because without north, there's no guarantee, and there's no checklist, and there's no applause at the right milestones. But without north, something else becomes possible. Choice. I want you to imagine yourself standing in a wide open place. Before you, many paths are presented. One of them is distinct, it's well lit, it's bright, you know exactly where it leads you and where it takes you. It is safe and approved. But the other paths, they are darker, they're unknown, and you have no idea where they will take you. Most of us are told that this bright path is the only responsible choice to take. And that's exactly why, when we want to be something as crazy as a streamer, an artist, or an innovator, we're told to get back on track. But what if our way was the real track? And what if we were the track? What if we were the track? Yes. Because the truth of the matter is, without those unknown paths, then there's no room for creativity, imagination, and no future that looks different from the past. Because future is not built by people who follow the same directions. And history itself proves this. Let's look at Marie Curie, for example. She was not meant to become a renowned physicist. Her north was simply marriage, domestic life, and silence. But she chose curiosity over convention. And that choice that she took led to many discoveries that reshaped the world of science and technology. Now she's a role model for millions of people around the earth, and that is amazing. So basically, progress, it is not made by people who follow a set north. It is made by those who are brave enough to question whether or not it's the only direction that matters. And even as children, we understood this because I remember playing games of red light, green light with my friends when I was younger. I remember always changing the rules, not because they were boring or because the game was broken, but simply because staying still felt wrong. Change is human, and movement is human. But yet, the world keeps asking us this one question that never changes and stays the same. What do you want to be? But the better questions are, what do you care about? What do you wonder about? Or what problems are calling your name? Because the past we treat as permanent today might not even exist tomorrow. Centuries ago, young people dreamed of becoming knights. That made sense then. But the world changed. Future voices cannot sound like echoes of the past. They sound uncomfortable, unfamiliar, or even wrong at first. Okay, so now that is the idea I want you to remember. Rethinking the now does not mean rejecting direction. It's simply rejecting the idea that one direction fits everyone. Life is not about simply following one direction. It's about picking one that stays true to you as the world changes. As psychologist Carl Rogers said, the good life is a the good life is a process and not a state of being. It is a direction and not a destination. And when we only reward one path, one direction, then we silence thousands of others that we never even allowed to exist. So now, finally, let's go back to this compass for one final time. I used to think that this compass was broken, but now I think that it's honest. Why? Because the future doesn't always point north. It points towards what truly matters the most. It points where your purpose truly is. Thank you.